Hey guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Shop Talk. This is the show where I find an expert to answer your questions. As always, if you have questions or suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment section down below. In this episode, we're talking about dash cams, and to help me do that, we have Mike here. Welcome, Mike.
It's great to be here.
Mike is the product marketing manager at VIA Technologies, and he's had a big hand in the development of the VIA Mobile 360 D700 AI dash cam, which brings him here today. So Mike, every time I get into someone's car, whether it's a taxi, a Lyft, an Uber, basically any car other than my own, I notice that they have a dash cam in there. Am I the only one that's not recording evidence? Is that what's happening?
Dash cams are becoming prevalent in a lot of different types of vehicles. The sort of first wave was a lot in the sort of the commercial sector, cheap little dash cams that record. And as you say, primarily they were doing it either to record some evidence if an accident or something happened, or just for fun. You know, they like to create YouTube videos and put it up.
Right.
But more and more what we're seeing is the trend going into the commercial sector, which has some differences between the traditional consumer type product you're seeing.
Can you explain to me, what is it that in a commercial business they're looking to get out of a dash cam?
Sure. I mean, the difference between the consumer side is, you know, it's an individual device for one person, one vehicle. They're just getting video, they have full control.
Sure.
As you look in the commercial sector, it's not just about recording. It's about connecting to the cloud, collecting other types of data from the vehicle, integrating into their business flow. So what you may consider a simple dash cam is really a very difficult product. And where VIA comes in and the expertise we have is starting from the hardware side down, we can optimize, we can add in the AI functions, do the edge computing, but then we can also do the integration into the cloud side. So there's a lot of levels of development that are required in that. So VIA is sort of harnessing all the different capabilities and technologies we have to create a simple product, as you put it.
Okay, so maybe it's not just a simple GoPro on the dashboard, is it?
A little bit different.
Did you bring one of these units here
yeah,
today?
I have our D700 dash cam here with us today.
Cool.
So as you can see, this is our D700 here. And what it has two cameras on it, one for the front and one for the interior side. So with this, we can do two-way recording with it, but we also can do AI detection. So for the front side, we can detect lane departure warnings, or also help for forward collision warning. And then on the interior, we can record the full cab of the vehicle and also do some driver monitoring features to help make sure the driver's awake and alert and being safe while they drive.
Okay, so that's where the AI comes into play.
Yeah.
So is this just always recording video and uploading it? I mean, that's a lot of footage, right? That's a lot of megabytes and gigabytes worth of data.
It is a lot, and no, that's not how it works. So as we say, it's an edge device, so all the compute and recording is done locally. So you can have all the footage and everything stored locally, but the key is, what are the important events? What's the important information you're trying to collect? And as you say, try to minimize the amount of data you're going. So with this, we can do tracking. We have a GPS chip inside that can help do tracking and location. And then for the video side, again, with the AI, that's a big piece of it. It can help flag what's important. So we can use the AI to detect certain type of events, flag that, push if it's necessary. So, and also we can use G sensors and the gyro inside to help if there's a sudden impact in the car, you can automatically trigger to capture video, you know, before the incident and after, and send directly to the cloud. So that way you're filtering down what's important and also minimizing the amount of data that goes up to the cloud.
So when it pushes the video to the cloud, when you say cloud, where is it going? Is it going to a computer that I have at home? Is it going to my boss?
Well, it depends on how you're setting your structure. But typically for the commercial world, they're using either, you know, AWS cloud services to build their data collection site, and then they would have a front end sort of management side off of that, or it could be tied into Azure cloud or any kind of cloud architecture.
So considering that it has AI and it can detect lane departure warning, right? And driver monitoring, I assume that it's uploading more information than just videos that are triggered by events. What other information is this thing uploading?
Well, the way it works is you install the dash cam in your car that we can connect through the CAN bus on the vehicle. So either the OBD2 connector, or for larger vehicles, the J1939. So we're leveraging some of the information from the car, such as speed and fuel consumption, different information that can be relevant to a fleet. We're doing sort of GPS location. So if you have a fleet of 100 vehicles on the road, you want to know where they are they in the right location? And then we can also send status of the device. Is it any issue? Is it recording still? Has the SD card has errors? Or other functions like that. An interesting feature we'd also provide is on the interior camera, we can do facial recognition. So if you have a fleet of 20 drivers that are driving and they're only allowed to drive certain vehicles, we can do verification when they get into the car. So then that can upload to the cloud to tell you, okay, this car is online and this driver has registered, so Alex is driving today, that's okay. Or if it detects somebody who's not on the verified driver list, then you can also directly push an alert. So maybe somebody breaks into the car and starts it. They're not a driver, you'll get an instant notification that somebody's driving who shouldn't be.
So, Mike, if I'm a driver in a fleet and my boss comes along and has this thing installed and it's looking at me all the time, that might freak me out a little bit. How do you get around that?
Well, it comes down to, you're right, there is an issue in the market. Some people see it as a threat, they're worried about it, but typically for these commercial fleets and companies, the drivers are professional drivers. So it's not necessarily there to monitor the driver. They're not trying to spy on the drivers. They're trying to provide safety for their driver.
Sure.
They're driving long hours. They want anything that can help them be alert, stay safe. Things like this is what it's for. So as you look at most of the fleet companies we were talking to, a lot of the drivers see the benefit of this. At first they might have hesitation, but as they see the value and the benefits that it provides them, and also if anything happens, they have evidence of what they were doing at the time, what was happening outside to back them up.
Right.
And typically in a lot of the cases, it's not the fleet driver who is the problem, it's other people on the road that are causing the issue. So it just gives them peace of mind.
Okay, so this is not such a simple device as I initially thought. And I guarantee you I'm going to have more questions about this. I'm sure some of our viewers will have more questions about that. So hopefully I can bother you another time when that's the case. But for now, I think we'll leave it there.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Mike, for coming in. And for those of you who have questions or suggestions for future videos, again, leave them in the comment section down below. Check the links in the description if you'd like more information about this product here or VIA Technologies as a whole. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.